as I was looking for things to do these next tests of these 1541 disk drives, I did find a cord here, I guess a line cord of some description. And the scary thing is, it's not identical to the VIC-20 on this end. Definitely 2-prong, 120 volts on this end, but there's no power supply in between. So, if you should find ever something like this and think, oh yeah, that'll plug into my VIC-20 nicely. For one thing, I'm not going to do it because I don't know if it does, but in looking at a VIC-20 one here, they look very similar, although this one has a couple of grooves here, but I don't think this would stop anything from going into a VIC-20. But don't do it. If there is no power supply between, don't do it. I can just imagine there would be smoke, even if it looks right. Don't do it. So, onward. So we'll turn on this Commodore 64. And up it comes. Now, I have power and I have a serial cable connected to this 1541. I'm going to turn it on. That, I have to get up to have a look. Oh no, I don't. Sorry, the cords are kind of short. That is sounding good. I suppose, I don't have a disk in there yet, but I can send it a command and listen. I've just asked it to load the directory. There is no directory, of course. I think I can induce a headbanging by sending it an initialize command, which is open 15, 8, 15, quote, I, 0, quote, colon, close 15. And of course the error light is flashing, but that sound is good. Sometimes just the sound of things can tell you. So here we have another 1541 disk drive. I have done nothing with these. I will. Where is the connector? There is the connector. This cord is a little on the short side. I will turn it on. Little loud. Might have a disk in it. Oh, it does. I don't know what it is, but it has a disk with some. Oh, there are signs that this disk has been in there a long time, and there are signs of some corrosion. Well, anyway, we have the disk drive hooked up. That's what it should do. That's what it should do. Well, I was going to go look for some other discs, but as this one has been here for so long, I have no faith that it's going to work. Oh, look at that. It seems to be loading the directory, which is either a very long directory or it's cropped out. This seems to be taking too long. Let's see what comes up on the screen. I suspect gibberish. Oh, spy versus spy. Okay, so that is right. I suspect there is copy protection involved in why that did what it did. So just for fun, I'm going to load spy, comma 8. Comma 8, comma 1. Okay. am I going to do now? I'm going to start over. I'm going to turn this off. And I'm going to try this. The other thing I'm going to do, I'm going to turn the drive off. Turn the drive on, and I'm going to ask it to load quote, asterisk quote, comma 8, comma 1. Because that's what a lot of the cool games would ask you to do. And now we are standing by. I remember the name Spy vs. Spy from Mad Magazine. And vaguely I remember there was a game of sorts. Anyway, and in testing disk drives, this is looking pretty good. Oh. Mad Magazine's official Spy vs. Spy. 1984. Well.
That was easy.
This seems to be doing fairly well. These drives, I got them. Oh, maybe this is the copy protection, or maybe this is an error. I believe that was copy protection. Because it seems to be continuing, it seems to be spinning. And oftentimes copy protection things would induce errors. In that case it sounded like two different ones. And if it got those errors, that would indicate that, yeah, this is okay. It does still seem to be loading. Anyway, I've not tested these drives before. I have no clue of their story exactly. I know they came from the London, Ontario area. You did. And did I really need more 1541s? Well, no. But you know, when something comes up at a reasonable price, I mean, parts are always good. So this one appears to be working. It's worth the wait, they say. Works. November 2019. Bit. Dirty. Oh, look at that. So it seems I need a joystick. Number of players 1, level of difficulty 1, computer IQ 1 player 1, hide airport to land, yes. Sounds. Ah, things are happening. Okay, it seems to be going into its demo mode because I probably didn't react quick enough. Maybe I should have said 2 players. Maybe. Looks like maybe the white fellow conquered. Alright, I have not played this game. Oh, I wonder if it has sound. There is sound. I'm not sure if it looks... See, here's the funny thing about using this big monitor. Everything to me on here looks dark. It looks much nicer over there, but I know that monitor is rolling. But you do remember, I'm here to test the disk drive, and I believe that I have. It does not feel overly hot. there are no horrible smells coming out of it. And I have documented. For a moment, I'm going to rise and look at how this appears to be recording. Well, interesting. The little monitor looks way too bright. I will tap on it so you can get a better look, but yes, it rolls. But now, and by the way, I'm recording using an iPad. If I press on the big monitor, then the little monitor is way too bright. Oh well. Anyway, this does seem to be working, the demo mode anyway. I have not played this, so I'm not sure how to do it. So I don't think I'm going to dig deep into it at this moment. Actually, what I think I'm going to do is turn this off, take this disc that is a strange disc that I know works, and right, everything is off. And we'll plug in to the other drive that did seem to work, but I didn't have a disc to test it with. Okay, so we're coming alive. So everything is the same, except sounds a little noisy. Maybe it's not been working for a while. I'm sure it hasn't been. So these two are much the same so far. Although I am going to write on this one that it whines. It does. Why am I putting that? Because it does. But that could go away. See, I mean, this thing could have been sitting for 25 years. And the motor, the mechanism, everything, it could just be, you know, it'll corrode. Oh, yeah, here comes the copy protection thing. Oops. See? Beware the Sharpie on the machine. Okay, works. Get dirty, whines. So maybe there is something to lubricate in there. Maybe. No, I left this one around because I would like to think that if this thing is going to take forever to load, that maybe it would play some music for us. But maybe not. But I'm sure you can hear that this drive is definitely louder than the other, although still seemingly happy. So, oh, it's not whining so much anymore. Alright. Yeah, it's still a little off.
That was easy.
So, did I ever mention the T-Pug World of Commodore in December of 2019? December the 7th, at the Admiral Inn in Mississauga. For more details, Google, wait for it, World of Commodore 2019. Presented by T-Pug, the Toronto Pet... Ooh, that sounds awfully quiet. Well, it's because it's not spinning. Two players. Anyway, so, we seem to have another two working 1541 disk drives, imagine that. And a working copy, because I don't think it's an original. No. Other side. I don't know what the other side is. Uh-oh. There is dust to be had. Other side is something. Boy, this disc is not really very straight. The label is almost falling off. Oh well. Oh, that could be dangerous. Hang on. Hang in there, label. Alright. So. I am gonna, just because it might be something different, I'm gonna try the other side. Now it could be, ooh. It could be that this other side of the disc is bad. It could be alright, whatever it is, it doesn't sound good. I'm not sure how much of this you can hear, but it's really broke. Now this could be copy protection stuff, but I don't believe it. I'm going to try and tickle this a bit. Okay, file not found. Let's see if there's a directory to be found. There might be. Oh. Beachhead boot. Oh, well, you know what? Okay, here's the thing. Here's where I turn the drive off. See? When you do load, quote, asterisk, quote, comma 8, comma 1, you figure it's going to load the first thing on the disk. It doesn't always. Because the disk drive does remember what that was. And alright. And because we did do that before, and it was definitely a different disk and a different program, it may have been remembering from before. So this is a different program. Funny, some of these commercial programs with copy protection are a very good way to test disk drives because they do weird things with copy protection. Anyway, this seems to be Beachhead. It seems to be loading. So, what do we have? Well, it seems we have a couple of 1541s that work. And I'm not sure if you can hear, but maybe as this one has now been working a little bit, it's making a little less, no, its sound is still a little bit off. Now, that also could be, it could be the disc a little bit. Funny, there's a difference in these, and I'll see if I can show you. See, the 1541 was no stranger to heat. In fact, there was a company that used to make a special fan that would sit right over the vents on the top and suck air. Anyway, let me see if I can show you this. Certainly I can show you this one. This one, oh. See, this has vents here. It does. Well, this one has vents here and vents here. Alright, I don't know what's about to happen, but something's about to happen. Something's happening. Okay, so it seems this is working. Anyway, this one has vents that go along the whole length, which is probably good. because they did need air. And you know, these, oh, there's a foot missing. Underneath, there's a little space. There's not a whole lot of space, so any heat that would go would be just gently rising. This one, oh, yeah, it's got a foot missing too. But it definitely has a lot more flow. Because I guess most of the flow would come out the top, and if you look carefully you can see, oh yeah, the air would go through there. I guess it would also somewhat come out the front and maybe a little out the back. But, so they're the same, yet different. Alright, I do not know how to play this game, so I'm not going to try. At this moment, I am going to turn that off, pull that out, trying not to wiggle it too much, but you know. By the way, from what I know, running a 1541 on its side, whoa, don't fall down, is perfectly acceptable. Although I didn't do it. I think it is. So I turned everything off, reset everything. We'll give this a whirl. So this disk drive seems to be working. So I'm going to set it. Oh. Yeah. Set it over here with things that I've been testing. Where it will be safe. And got a VIC-20 power supply. Set that aside. And this cord, the one I spoke of before, that looks like it might fit in a VIC-20, I'm going to put that elsewhere. I don't want it anywhere near anything. Not that I would ever stick it into something, but, and I don't think there's anybody else around here who would do such a thing, or think of such a thing. But it's just a good thing not to have around. So, does take a while. I would think also, thinking of heat, that it might be better to keep the disk drive up like this. Lots more air could flow through, I think. And this is the first drive we tested. Oh, there we are. Beachhead, 1983. And I still don't know what it is you're supposed to do. I did play games, but I never really got, you know, crazy into them. I did not. Anyway, so we have two working 1541s. So I suppose that life is good. I have more things to test, but those are other stories. So thank you for being here. Stay tuned. Bye for now.